Now, I have the absolute pleasure of introducing a Marquette High legend as this year's faculty speaker. A staple at MUHS since Jacques Marquette was floating down the Mississippi, this man has embodied the mission of Marquette High and served as an example of what it means to be a man for others for literal generations of students at MUHS. His life has been devoted in service to this school and its students, and the senior class wanted to send him off into his well-deserved retirement with a bang. We were all also hoping to finally hear the story of how he saved rock and roll. Now please welcome to the stage one last time, Mr. Prosser.
Thank you, Jude, for that lovely introduction. Good morning, one and all, and thank you for having placed yourself on the line for the class of 2025. You come to this joyful occasion with an understanding of this day's significance, perhaps far beyond the ken of our graduates themselves. Assisting them to this day, you have made extraordinary acts of dedication to their lives and their futures. Their dependence on you has fostered their independence. They have taken sustenance in your substance. They have grown in your care. My name is Tim Prosser, and I teach English at Marquette High, and throughout the past 45 years, it has been my privilege to have taught alongside the most loving and dedicated faculty and staff, and the most soulful and broadly talented students in the state of Wisconsin. Together, we have invested ourselves to make a house, an institution of secondary education, a home for high school boys. Marquette High is a family commitment, and I want to thank my own family in attendance today for their love, patience, and encouragement, especially my wife, Denise. Say good morning to the boys, Denise. Boys, say good morning to Mrs. Prosser. As for you, boys, by your choice, apparently, what were you thinking? You are my audience one last time. So get your chin off your chest and look at me. I will not restate here your accomplishments as yet another phenomenal class moving on from 3401. Sincerely, your teachers are extremely proud of your achievements and your efforts and friendships made for the greater glory of God. What will sustain you going forward are the relationships you have formed with each other and your prayer. Throughout childhood, and perhaps well into adulthood, I imagined myself the hero of my own adventurous fantasies. On any given day, I could be Robin Hood, Buddy Rich, the famous drummer, or Zorro, the masked avenger. It was a terrible burden carrying all that alter ego, and you should commiserate. You should commiserate. That's your cue, boys. Yeah, never mind. Zorro was known for using his sword to mark Z's everywhere. And my Zorro phase ended abruptly when one summer afternoon, I carved with my brother's penknife a Z into my mom's heirloom piano. Heroism paid a very heavy price that day, my friends. We'll revisit the issue of confused identity in a moment. In every course that you are my classmate, I ask you to fall in love with the process of asking questions. So let me ask you, what would I like to know you are doing in your college years? Answer, asking questions. Your teachers have pushed you to pursue questions in order to use that God-given brain for solution to a problem, to perceive life from another person's perspective, to entertain the possibility of an alternative, and to see 2 steps ahead, either to recognize an impasse or shout eureka. In short, to be engaged and active with life and to find and build the beautiful of this world. Beyond today, we will ask questions of ourselves because we have some vision of ourselves, some future imagined life. And you must have the courage to ask those questions of yourself. Socrates would have us know thyself, yet our imaginings might give way to understanding oneself only obscurely. Doubts can press against us. Should I enter this field of study? Is it the right time to call her or him, or should I wait? Do I accept the job or remain with the team? And ultimately, do I believe in myself? Another way to ask, what am I afraid of? You will be shaping the answers to such questions your entire life. We try to know who we are before we ask the world to accept us as we are, and not as a rock star, or Robin Hood, or Zorro. Ignatius frequently asked questions because, just like us, each day he faced the world in front of him in all its contradictory, sordid, mysterious, and beautiful facets. Take confidence in remembering you have been taught well. The lessons that have been your formation help us find the peaceful strength that we wish deeply for each other in church, synagogue, or mosque. And that same peaceful strength will place us on the road to beauty. The beauty you create, if genuine, will be wrapped in integrity and your sense of fundamental human decency. And Advisee and I were conversing, and I asked him to talk about the thing he was proudest of after 4 years here. He thought and finally said calmly, I never cheated. The truth that that alumnus spoke is simply too rare, too extraordinary for our times. So another question. Good men, will we lead honest lives and so build our integrity? In a world in which people lie out of desperation for the sake of a hollow victory, one that often leaves other people damaged, nothing can substitute for one's honesty and integrity. 4 years here have taught you, to paraphrase Fitzgerald, never to confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. Allow me one personal insight about your class. You have helped us understand the support we can give each other in our ever-expanding and diverse undertakings. You are helping us understand a naturalness of respect, justly deserved, not having to be earned, that exceeds mere acceptance. May your relationships among each other continue to broaden. The relationships you have made here will help you to stay honest about and for each other. The ambassador crew will tell you about the dinners that they host for alums from as far back as the 1940s. Your friendships do not end here. Quick story. My wife was at Ted's on North Avenue, and the waitress pointed out 3 old men that she said had attended the same high school who come in every Wednesday, have lunch, and then go visit a friend in a nursing home. Every Wednesday, the waitress says. Can you believe it? Where did they go to high school? My wife asks. The waitress replies, Marquette High School. Denise, oh yeah, I can believe it. I expect the class of 2025 replicating similar scenarios decades from now. Your diploma is a symbol that you have accepted the gift of the best of what an Ignatian education offers, yours to take with you, now that you have earned it. Strange, having to earn a gift. High school will do that to a boy. We have received a gift as well. We have. Your curiosity, your kindness, your creativity, and your hope. Gifts appropriate for any and all occasions. And for that, we thank you. Congratulations, class of 2025.